designed to help you understand how to use the ERSP mobile caregiver application to assist in gathering information about your client and also sharing that information with us after shifts. So we're going to dive right in. First of all, I gave you some information in an email that showed you how to set up a fast link or a desktop link or cell phone link to the ERSP mobile site. I'm not going to go over that again, but do know that the website address is up at the top, shc235.ersp.biz. And when you put that in, whatever the browser is that you use on your smartphone, this is the page that it's going to bring up. And you see that in the center, the section that you want to press is the one that says Caregivers. Next, you'll come to this page that says Caregiver Login. You're going to put your ID or username, which is your last name and first initial. I'm obviously blocking this off for security purposes. And then your password, which is the first 4 letters of your last name, first letter capitalized, and the last 4 numbers of your social security number. You're going to press login. It's going to give you a little thing saying it's working. And this is what the screen is going to be. This is called the home screen. Now, the first thing we're going to take a look at is broadcast. We've been talking to you a lot about how we want to broadcast or post, for lack of a better word, any information about shifts not been filled yet, and give you the opportunity to accept or decline that. And we'll show you what's on this system. You can see it showed that I had 3 broadcasts to look at. In this case, they're broadcasts that are listing the client, the date, any notes about the client would here can't see on the texts that we send. When it was broadcast, the case, the hours, etc. We're going to information. We're going to information and we're going to accept them all. After I decline the under broadcast says all. That means I've solved broadcasts that are in schedule. So those were taken care of. They've gone away. I don't need to worry about them anymore. The next, and you'll see too that your schedule is now populated with that client. We're going to look now at, well, hold on, I want to show you one thing. See, there's no broadcasts available. The other time you'll see that is if you log on and there's a case that you wanted to take, but another caregiver got to it first and accepted it, then you're going to know that it was taken because it will say no broadcasts available, meaning that another caregiver accepted it. Okay, I encourage you guys to check these broadcasts all the time. You get the text message, but you can also look in here. So, and weeks out, if you have a day that you know you want to work and you don't have anything scheduled, you might want to just take a peek at the broadcasts and see if there's something out there that you can snag. Okay, now we go to the home page and we're going to look at today so I can see what's on my schedule. More importantly, this is how I can also see information about clients, okay? This case, I had a case from 6 to 8 this morning. I can see it there. I click on it. I can get all the information about you can see I blocked out information for privacy's sake, but I can get the address, I can get a map direction to it, I can look at order information, I can look at special notes about the case, I can look at the plan of care. In this case, it's just involving really transportation, but you would also see all the other areas of the plan of care, which we'll show in just a minute. Medical history, the notes are all black. These are the notes you'll see that Suzanne puts into the system that are also written on the bottom of the page of the care plan that's in the house. So this is a great way prior to getting to the house to read all those notes and be familiar with the case so that when you walk in, you're not immediately having to go to the book or you're not appearing as though you're not aware of what the situation is at the house. And then the other thing is attributes that give you information. Is there a smoker? Is there driving required? Dementia, etc. And also emergency contacts, which generally is not something that you will need, but it's in the system. Now, I could not show you this, but between the right next to the line that says information that we just reviewed up at the top, there's a button that says notes. And as soon as you press notes, it's going to give you notes to look at in two different areas. One is activities and the other is comments. Now for this sake, once you click on activities, it essentially takes you to what we now are calling the plan of care. And the plan of care are the activities that Suzanne has listed that need to be performed on that particular client. You can see in this case it's homemaker companionship and homemaker and transportation. But you can also see if you click on the plus button either by homemaker companion or by personal care, it's going to open up an entire list of what the personal care or the homemaker companion activities are. If they're shaded like this, it means that they're not required. But that doesn't mean that you won't maybe perform these cases. So if you don't see what is required, click on that button, and if you've done one of these things, go ahead and click on it and let us know that you have. In this case, personal or homemaker companion case, I clicked that I performed errands, I monitored and supervised ADLs, and I also provided transportation. Notice here that transportation is bold where the others are slightly shaded. That means that that is a required function or a required activity for this particular assignment. Then I did not check any on personal care, and I hit the update button and it updates. It shows their blue check marks by each of them and eliminates those that were formed, which means that the system is updated. Now after that update, I'm going to go back and it's going to ask me, do I want to provide either activities or comments? In this case, you want to add comments because there's always something that you can say about a case that day. So under the comments section, this is something that's added functionality compared to what you're able to do on the telephony. So we want to be able to add those comments here. In the comments, I just wrote, this is a test. You can write as much information as you want and then hit the submit button. When you hit the submit button here, it's going to then post that, and Suzanne can report and look at it every day and see if there are any activities or any concerns that you've expressed that she might need to address. So that's why it's so important. It allows her to really make sure that we're giving the best care possible and also that we're documenting any changes as well. So the next I want to talk about is post time. Post time is an option that we want to be able to use instead of telephony because telephony is not always working that well. People don't have phones there, or the clients don't have phones. There's a lot of different reasons why this is easier to do besides the fact that we can include notes and all that sort of thing. But also you can go back and think if you made a mistake, which is nice. In this case, you can go in and set actual start and you can set actual end, and then you can go in and post your time. My time, and in the blue shows me I started at 6, I ended at 8, that my actual hours are 2, and that I have no mileage at all. So my time is posted. I can look at the sheet and show that everything is the way it was supposed to because I under the words care it says so in the system. I want to go back slide. I apologize. We're going to look at a full video on full site. So I'm not going to repeat everything about full site, but I do want you to know functionality. You get it from by going to full site. Click on, pulls up your site. You zoom in so you can see the fat face. It has and etc. Then I can go. This is where you go in and do your availability or other things you want to do. All of that, of course, covered in a separate video that is on this YouTube site. I urge you to watch those as will help you get out of the ERSP.